I've got a video I'm sharing. It's the full, they call it, recorded conversation between former President Donald Trump and these people in Georgia, I guess the Secretary of State or something, and other people who were in charge of the issue with regard to the, or some kind of recount, you know. We've got a severe issue in this country of mental illness. I'm seeing this more. People around me, probably because I've been, seeking within myself and ways that people have been able to frame me and turn me into something. My own mental illnesses. I think it comes, nobody said this, but I think it comes from multiple sclerosis diagnosis, 1997. I've cleared up, for example, the delusional disorder. I was literally seeing delusions, y'all. Like, I would see things. Like, for example, here's a swimming pool, okay? I would see my children running around the swimming pool. And I thought, and I justified that with regard to this issue of, well, that's being a man of God. I'm going to manifest some kind of hearings at the very worst case scenario, which is still, like, why would you think of this? Like, get shared parenting. They're into this kind of stuff. Like, it's so repulsively stupid, sick to think that, like, you'd go out and do that kind of stuff. Like, you're still, like, you'll do anything just to, get a little bit of what should be given. So what we're seeing here in this video, well, hearing on the video, Donald Trump, desperate. He'll do anything. He'll take anything. Instead of having just actual what's supposed to be and is real, I mean, what was there widespread fraud? I'm sure there was. I don't think it was enough to cause him to. You probably wonder what I'm looking at here, so I always like to show this. I'm just loving this video. I'll show it to you real quick. It's the reflection in the. He's out awfully early today for doing this. I might as well get it done, right? I'm concerned because I got my shoes over here, and I don't want to get stuff blown into them. Let me go inside. Well, we got a little bit of time still. So anyway, I mean, accuracy in the counting of these things. He was so desperate that he'll take anything. It's getting loud now. So what Donald Trump needed was, I listened to probably about 60% of this video, and being blind, I can listen to, oh boy, probably I catch things better than most people. So he needed 11,800 votes. And he's making a point. All I needed was this many votes. And he found that there was like, I mean, this is the actual candidate finding all this shit. Like, this is problem, that problem, and the mental illness is obviously OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's an extremely serious. Serious illness. So I mentioned that I noticed he was having, like, I wouldn't call it episodes. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even O'Biden, I call him O'Biden because it's like, Obama and really it is Obama and Trump together. So they're still the same. There's no difference in these guys. They're just different names, but. So I just actually disclosed too. I'm thinking about this. I did not vote in 2020. I don't vote anymore. I'm done with it. It's a fucking joke in this country, and this country is. I thought we can fix things with regard to, okay, we can have a good American country, people can live civilized, be peaceful, and happy and prosperous. Fuck that. You ain't gonna work in this country. You got to do it individually. You ain't gonna get love or justice from your own country. That's for sure. Not from your own country, just from USA. I'm astonished. I'm in awe. I talked about President Trump with regard to the mental illness I saw him experiencing. What was it, 2018, 2017? So I posted. I mean, immediately, like he had this. Remember, he would say, "Believe me, believe me, believe." I get it. You're making a point. Jesus said, "Truly, truly, I say unto thee." Verily, verily. Okay, fine. But this is a mental illness, and it goes back to autism. It's damage in the brain. I know a lot about damage in the brain, y'all. I post my MRIs. I study this stuff. I'm going through a severe exacerbation of MS right now, just for the update. Left side of the face turned numb 1 week ago this morning. It's 5:30 in the morning, the 14th of July. Today's the 21st, 2022. And, yeah, MRI showed I had severe new brain damage. But here I am a week later, and the update is, I'm on my way to. I mean, I'm surprised. I thought, because it improved so much yesterday that I thought it would, like yesterday morning when I woke up, that I thought by this morning I'd be 100%, but it's not quite there. So I'm sure just drinking some more water and really focusing on things. When I say things, anyway, what's going on in this country? I've been seeing, and we can talk about the vaccinations and stuff like that too at birth, but I don't think it's so much that. I think it's the way, the lifestyle of these American people. They're so fucking racist, and when you get into this whole idea of racism thing, it's like, it's got to be this way. You see how I'm shaking like this? Like, people get really fidgety about this. I see it in my fucking community. They really think these blacks are like, they're gonna wash your pockets. Like, mysteriously, these people are gonna pickpocket you or something. They're my friends, y'all. They're with me. Okay, and then they instinctively know this. So it's the racism is, is an attack against the elderly and persons with disabilities. That's the fastest leading growing crime right now in the United States of America. I'm disabled, y'all, and I don't whatever look like it. I'm not in a wheelchair, so that's maybe why you don't look like you're handicapped or disabled. Man, this really feels weird over here, though. So we've got a serious problem with mental illness in this country. The president was talking about believe. So that's associated with palilalia and echolalia. He would literally repeat things that, like, parrot things that people would tell him, and then the palilalia, he'd repeat himself. There are some people I've met whereby I did that on purpose. I said that twice in a row. It's like an insecurity that was developed in a person's childhood to the point whereby it's an insecurity that was developed in a person's childhood to the point whereby it's as though I have to purposely say this twice because you're not listening to me. But in reality, as I'm recording this, I said it twice on purpose just to make a point here. I said it twice just to make a point here. Many people in my family would say things 3, 4, 5 times. You'll notice that drunk people will, when they do talk, they just like repeat things over and over and over. So that's a big thing with regard to the mental illness, and you're going to see it in personality disorders. This is cluster B stuff. I've been studying this a lot with regard to psychology. And yeah, you can reverse the stuff supernaturally. Just the anointing. I talk about Jesus Christ, and you are who you run with, all that good fun stuff. But I think it comes back to what we're eating. And you cannot deny the simple fact that statistics show that more people are eating fast food than ever before. What's wrong with that, Jason? It's food, so what? It's just a bunch of fattening food. I'll just run it off, work it off, whatever. I like to brag about Gigi Hadid. I mean, I've been to her McDonald's in Malibu Beach. It's right there on PCH 101 at the bottom of her when I say bottom, it's like a little hill that goes up to the high school. I mean, that's a famous, not like Beverly Hills 90210 high school, okay, but it's a famous high school. But there's a McDonald's down at the bottom of that hill. You don't go that too far, incline up to it. But this girl, you see what she looks like. You're all, what's up? And she brags about eating McDonald's, and I'm sure she does. She eats a lot of people that can eat T-bones, chicken. I've done it. I've never been bigger than a 32-inch waist. Never been below like I fasted for in 2014 for almost 2 months. I got down to like a 26.5-inch waist. That's small, y'all. Usually I'm about a 30.5-inch. Tyson Beckford, one of my favorite supermodels. Obviously Sean O'Pride. These guys are like 31-inch or so. 30, 31. These are males, obviously. Women, famous supermodels are, waists are 24.5 inches to 26.5 inch. And so that's a big difference, 2 inches. But I'm into numbers, and you're going to notice that even though people I ate what I ate, I think that it's damaging people's brains. It takes time for these things to damage people's brains. See, I wish I could be out there to get that train on video. All right, so great. What should he have done if he's not suffering from severe OCD, and then the fact that he got this? I mean, you should have been such a fucking good president. People are so happy. That's why I'm not. I'm against the whole office of the presidency as it is, and the whole Constitution's a bunch of bullshit. Whatever's going on in this country, it's not working. People are not happy. You got divorce rate at 55%. We got the highest crime rate in every category in the entire world. More GUNS than anywhere in the entire world combined. More people in prison than the entire world combined. They're happy here. More STDs than anybody. Highest infant mortality rate in the developed world. You need to be so good, tearing the cover off the ball, so good to the point whereby it's not even questioned. It can't even be a question. You got LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, these big three. You're destroying the team so much to the point whereby it's not even a question. You shouldn't even have to go to the point of voting like 51%. You barely beat Joe Biden. So let it go, y'all. I ran for office 2006, 2008, federal, United States House of Representatives, 10th Congressional District. Was there fraud in my election? I'm sure there was. Maybe a half a vote was incorrectly counted, okay? I've never even thought about, the point is like, the first dude had 30, I had 35%, he had 65%. Mike DeVilla. Second one, this is Dennis Kucinich's district. And then the next one was like not even close, y'all. I mean, I maybe had, it's a little bit more than 20% of the vote, okay? You fucking know. I mean, he should have been doing so good to the point whereby it's not even a question. I'm doing so good for these people. We went through this little pandemic thing here, and people didn't get sick. Everybody else in the rest of the world's getting sick. Okay, fine. We had some territories. Guam, they came strong. The Samoa, they came strong. Micronesia. Everybody's getting sick in Puerto Rico. Now, on the west side, they're okay. Rincon and San Sebastian, Maya West. I was down there during it. But, I mean, okay, fine. People are happy. They're not shooting each other. Do you realize how fucking messed up this country is? I mean, it is really fucking bad, y'all. And this is the president. Who hired this motherfucker? Joe Biden. I think he could be more mentally fucked up, but he's got some shit going on. It's different kind of. It's not so much autism. I mean, President Donald Trump, he's fat, y'all. He's obese. I know it's offensive for me to say this, but too fucking bad. This shows you how bad this country is. I voted for Donald Trump, you hear me? 2016. I did not vote 2020. I'm saying this the second time now because I'm being unsure of myself, it's an insecurity, and it's being manifested through a mental illness. I said it twice. You shouldn't have to say something twice. You can see in certain people who are, mentally there, doctors for some reason. I've met some, checking my face to see what's going on with regard to my wrinkles, because that's a big thing. You start getting drop face because of the no sensation. No sensation over here, y'all. It's really kind of cool. I mean, it's turning though. But the thing is, there's this fucking shit people are eating, y'all. It's damaging their fucking brains, y'all. It got me. Multiple sclerosis. Remember this. I had severe. I got it right here on video. Oh, I got itch my left nose. It itched my left nose. I mean, if there was a time that if like Antarctica wanted to bomb the United States of America, for example, they got a great military down there in Antarctica. That would have been the time, man, when they were going through this like whole counting thing, and the president, the commander-in-chief guy, he was like losing his fucking mind. He needed it to be this way. He needed the votes to be recounted again. We're talking about, great, there's voter fraud, widespread, which I get it. I'm with you. That you shouldn't have that. But we're talking about literally just a few votes. We got dead people voting. We got people leaving the state coming back. The guy's like literally begging. It's one of those situations whereby, like a 4-year-old wants to go to the park, and it's like, mommy and daddy won't let them because they just want to watch TV all day, and instead of playing with the child. So the child's like, come on, and they start putting all these different ideas, these schemes together. And, well, what if I did this, mommy and daddy? That's what he was doing. You see what I'm saying? That's how mentally fucked up he is. And because he was fighting more against it, going against the grain kind of thing, that's what happened in my life. It's like, you know what? Leave it. I get it. The courts are a fucking mess. All the systems. But we got some good things. I can't emphasize enough. I've talked about certain things. The whole fucking school shit is a mess. I'm touching my hair in the health and beauty departments. People are getting sick everywhere. They're just dirty everywhere in this country. It's a fucking mess. So I got the link that you can click on the link and listen to this thing. It's an hour fucking long. This guy was going off for more than an hour, y'all. This is the President of the United States of America. I get it. Let's just go with the whole idea that there's widespread fraud, which I'm sure there. Here's the thing. Okay, if it was really that bad, why aren't we catching sight of people coming out, Facebook Live, Twitter? I've done things. I've gone Facebook Live for things, and I've caught people on things, and we get all kinds of stuff constantly. Police getting caught, drunk. Fucking the worst drunk drivers are the fucking patrolmen. No. Patrolmen are not as bad as the sergeants. Sergeants aren't as bad as captains. Captains aren't as bad as lieutenants. Lieutenants aren't as bad as police chiefs. There's always a chief that's getting caught too. And they jerk off too. I'm not kidding you. Like my police chief, you can look him up. McNeely, I think. Just put in Olmsted Township, Olmsted, police chief to search it. He got caught jerking off at a public park. We're at 19 minutes. Where are the videos? Not just Facebook Live, but just taking pictures. Hey, I tried to go in and vote. Somebody already voted for me. They already used my name. They signed. Where are the phone calls to? Here's a picture of the police dispatcher records. I calling the police because they wouldn't let me count. They wouldn't let me count watch and supervise the counting. Where are the web? I get it. It's a big conspiracy. Whatever. Then why isn't it out there? he should have been so good to the work. It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't a matter of 2%. But it goes back to the mental illness. I'm almost 20 minutes now.